Hello, in this video, we'll use Python to do law of cosines. So this is law of cosines from Math is Fun. If you recall, we deal with an angle and two sides, and where the angle is sandwiched between the two sides, or we have three sides. We know the three sides, and we need to solve the angles. So those are the two conditions that we need to use law of cosines for. Okay, so let's go to our code. I've already created a file and made a comment law of cosines program, and I've already done the functions for getting user input for the variables. So these are all the variables. That would be the angles and the sides. Obviously, we may or may not use all of them, but I've included them there anyway. So, all right, so this is our main print menu function, and our focus will be on the two concepts. These are the main two concepts that we're focusing on in this program. So we will be computing side angle given side angle side. So side would be one of the sides. Angle is between those two sides. That's SAS. So angle is between those two sides, or computing all the angles given side. So that's from Math is Fun that we looked at just now. They were given the three sides and we find the angles. All right, so and then here we have the three functions or the two functions that do the calculations and computations that we need in order to make this program. So right now they print cities in Alaska, so Dutch Harbor and Sitka. These are the cities. These are the prints that they're doing instead of any calculations. But our main program is current and it's good to go. I don't need to change anything here. If the user inputs, say for one, for example, we call the get A function, get B, and get C. And these functions restrict the user to only positive inputs because we deal with angles and sides. They can't be negative. So once that's done, we have an except value error, exception handling. Else, we call calculate ABC. That would be this function here. And that does the calculations, flag is false, and we get out of here. We come down here to answer if they want to run the program or not. So we do the calculations, and the user can choose if they want to do it or close it. All right, and then obviously for choice 2 is the same procedure. It's the other function that we're calling, and we exit again if the user chooses to do so. All right, so now let's go ahead and fill in our two functions that do the calculations. So that's the only two things we have to do here. All right, so the first one, we can calculate C, side C. Oops. So side C equals, so this is using the equation. That would be a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine C. So, but since we're calculating C, we can do this in one go. So SQRT, this is a big whole chunk of stuff here. A squared, if we can type, oops. We have a squared plus b squared, and this is minus parentheses 2ab like this, and multiply cosine radians C. So calculating C right now. Okay, and then we have A in radians. This would be angle A in radians. This equals, so sine, and then radians C. And this is going to be divided by C and multiply A, like that. So that's A in radians. And then A in degrees now equals degrees arcsine A rad, like that. So that's calculating A. And then B equals 180 minus A plus C. And then we have a blank line. And then we now print things. We're going to format it into two decimal places. So print A equals %.2f, and then get out of there, %A, like that. And then copy and paste twice more. And then we can do B and C here. B equals %B, and then C, the lowercase c is side C. Just like that. That's done. The first function is done. And now the second function is going to take the parameters, all the sides, and we need to calculate all the angles. So A equals degrees, a cosine, this would be b squared plus c squared plus c squared minus a squared. So this is one of the equations, if you recall, we're putting in Python. There were two major equations. I believe I used the first one in the first function. So this is divided by 2 times a times c. So it should be b times c. Because we're solving for a, we need that one to be b. Okay. Let me double check. Yes, that is the first line for a. So I'm going to copy that again, or twice more. Copy it 2 more times. And then we have b and c. Since that's all we're doing, we're calculating all the angles here. So this is a squared plus c squared minus b squared. A squared plus c squared minus b squared. And then this is divided by 2ac. Divided by 2ac, like that. All right, and then we have c is degrees a cosine. This would be a squared plus b squared. A squared plus b squared minus c squared. That is the equation for c. And then this is divided by 2ab. Doesn't matter if it's ba, but yeah, like this. All right. So now copy and paste this. And then over here, we need to print ABC like this. And change this to C. And we're done. We are done with our functions. So I'm going to double check everything really quickly, and then we will run our program and check some examples. All right, so let's go ahead and run our program. Let's look at our textbook here. Let's look at example 1, solve ABC, given 2 sides and an angle sandwich in between those. So let's go to our code. A will be 57, B will be 24, C will be 18 in this program. According to this program, let's run it. We enter number 1, and then A, we said it's going to be 18, B is 24, C is 57. 18, 24, 57. We get that A is 46.76, B is 76.24, side C is 20.72. Let's check what they have. So C is 20.7, A is 47, that's approximated, and B is approximately 76. So that is what we have here. So let's run it again. We're going to hit T and then enter number 2 and do the second example that is down here. So we have A is 15, B is 9, and C is 7 in this example. Let's make this bigger so you can see. So A is 15, B is 9, C is 7. And we get angle A is 138.94, B is 23.2, and then C is 17.85. Let's check if that's what they have also. So come down here, A is 139, B is 23, and C is 18. And lastly, let's do one example from Math is Fun. We can do this problem here. In this problem, they only solve for side C. So let's do it really quick. So in our code, yes, this corresponds to our code. We don't need to make an exchange for a variable or anything. So enter a value, we're going to hit number 1. Side A is 8, B is 11, and then angle C is 37. 8, 11, 37. So side C is 6.67, and let's check that. It is 6.67. All right, so that's how we create a law of cosines program using Python. Thanks for watching.